So today on Challenge to Build, I am going to convert this Vevor 2" by 82" belt grinder into a more common size 2x72 belt grinder. I reviewed this a few weeks ago, and I will link the full review in the description below. The reason I am converting this to a 2" by 72" belt grinder is, if you haven't already guessed or already know, the 2" by 72" belts are a lot more common, and with them being more common, it allows us to be able to find more grit variety. So with the main receiver out, I'm going to go with what I saw on other YouTube videos, because it's where we go to learn everything, right? I'm going to whack off 2" of this, slide it back in, reassemble it, try to fit the belt, make sure it works, and then if it does fit, fire it back up, make sure it tracks, and that's basically it for this video. So let me grab a tape measure and cut this thing off. All right, here we go. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Once you cut off the couple inches off the back receiver, it should be ready to go. 2 inches. Not a lot on the, I think I'm going to cut. That's the flat platen. I wonder what the big wheel's going to do. I feel like I need to cut a little bit more off. Yeah, we're going to have to cut way more off. Unless I use this for the big wheel. There's a couple different slots that you can put the big wheel on. Let's check that out for fitment. Yep, that'll work. Use the back one for the big wheel. Might as well check the small wheels. Definitely have enough there. I'm going to cut another inch off. Just barely. So we go 5. Take another inch off. You know what they say, third time's a charm. Really compact now too. Jeez. Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. So on the big wheel, this is a 12" wheel. Pretty sure, yeah, this is a 12" rubber wheel on this. It's real soft. There's 2 adjustments on the main frame bar, and while the cutting off 2 inches worked, you would have to use the back adjustment hole. 3 inches worked, but for some reason, don't ask me why, I don't have an answer, but I really wanted to be able to use the big wheel on this front forward facing most forward hole. So that's what I did. So I cut a total of 4 inches off the main receiver. So now this will work with the 12" wheel, the flat platen and the small roller wheels all on the main adjustment point here on the front. And I think all that I'm going to do now is fire this thing up, make sure everything's tight, check the blade tracking, and we will be good to go. One thing, well, two things to keep in mind. One, the arrows on your belts, make sure they are going in the rotation that it is spinning. And secondly, the blade tracking on this can be a little sketchy at times. So what I like to do is spin it manually, but even though you're spinning it manually, with how fast this spins, they're liable to fly off. So just fair warning and be careful. And loosen that real quick. And here we go. 2x72 first initial start. I like that. I like that a lot. There's I know you won't be able to hear or see the difference or even feel the difference. Even if you were to watch the review video compared to this video, it's just running a lot more smooth. Way smoother. In the original video, the 2x82 belt had a lot of play here, so we have more of a triangle shape going on now, whereas before it was real stretched out here, and there was a lot of belt flop. I don't know the technical term, but if you look at the original review video compared to this, there was a lot of flopping going on in that belt, and you could hear it. This is running a lot more smoother, a lot quieter, and I'm going to go grab a piece of steel and just test out the actual full action of the grind. So this is a piece of 1/4 inch flat steel, 3 inches wide, and I just kind of touched it on the corner. It already chewed off that corner, but I'm going to give you a quick demonstration. I think this is an 80 grit belt. I can't remember. I'm going to run this out to the width of the belt. I don't even think it's been 30 seconds yet. And I'm going to just show you the how aggressive this grinder actually is. If you've never used one, it's quite intimidating. In my review video, I was actually a little nervous on the initial startup. But it's probably only been 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. And I've already ground that out to a 2-inch width that fast. So really definitely hogs out the metal. Very aggressive. Definitely running way smoother. So if you're looking for a 2x72 belt grinder, look at getting the Vevor 2x82 and then modifying it. This is their constant speed grinder. I would recommend watching the full review. Again, in the description below. And if you've been on the fence one way or another, now that I've done the conversion, I would definitely recommend this as a pretty aggressive machine. That's a lot nicer, a lot smoother. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to switch it out to the flat platen. way, way smoother. I like it. So that wraps up this video. Highly recommend doing the 2x72 conversion on your Vevor grinder if you are either thinking about purchasing one or already have one. Big change in the belt performance from 2x82 to the 2x72, and the fact that we have way more variety of brands of belts. Not only the brands, but also the grits of belts is another reason why changing it out is coming highly recommended. Start off in small increments. I took off a total of 4 inches off of the back receiver. Start with 2, check it, go with another one, and then finally your 4th, depending on what you're trying to get out of the performance. Remember, there are 2 adjustments for the big wheel up on the front. But that's it, and I hope you learned something. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching. Go challenge your build, and I will see you in an upcoming review and/or video.